I'm at the Costa de Casa Golf and Racquet Club with Teemu Solani.
Hello.
Who's a former professional hockey player, and Bodie Miller.
Hi.
Who's a former American downhill ski racer. And each of them have their own teams for the Chang Cup, which is the first year they're having it here at the Costa de Casa Golf and Racquet Club. And we're going to learn a little bit of strategy from each of them and why they love to play tennis right after this. I'm here with Teemu Solani, who's going to give us some secrets about his strategies on how his team is going to win the cup. So tell me how your professional career has helped you to prepare for this event.
Well, obviously I'm still in good shape, and I think the handle the pressure when there is a lot of tight matches and points, what matters. So I think when you can control your pressure and when you're a little nervous, I think those help a lot. But I think the biggest thing is I'm still in good shape, and I don't get tired very easily.
No, and I've watched you play, and you really move well, and you're really very focused. As we age, we all kind of lose a little bit of that, but I don't notice any of that with you.
A little bit here and there, but for me, I love tennis. And when I retired as a hockey player 4 years ago, this is only workout what I really have. Mm-hmm. And I don't know anything better than I play 2 hours tennis, and it's very good workout, but I don't even think about it's a workout. It's just so much fun, and it's a great game. Every time when you can have a game involve your workouts, it's so much fun.
Now, I know that mental strategy is really important to any sport. What kind of mental strategy do you use for tennis?
Well, like I said, you have to control your pressure and your feelings and focus all the time, and I think that separates from some players from others, and the thing is, if you looked at any sport really, the margin is so small who is going to be the star and who is not, and the only few points like in tennis is going to make the difference. So whoever's going to be relaxed and focus in the right time is going to win. So but that's a beauty, it's not about the condition, it's not about the really skills, it's about handling your pressure in the right time.
Right, exactly. All right, so you've got what? How many people do you have on the team?
We both have eight players.
Okay.
And we play at least 2 singles and 4 doubles, and in the end we're going to see who has more points.
Okay, so now of course the question that we all want to know, honestly, why do you think your team is going to win the cup?
I think we just want a little bit more, and I think we have this much more passion than the Bodie's team.
Oh, so passion's the key.
Yeah, passion is the key for everything.
All right, well thank you and good luck to your team.
Yeah, thank you.
I have Bodie Miller here who's going to share with us his version of strategies to win the cup. So we had a chance to talk to Teemu, and he's got some good stuff. How about you and your team?
Yeah, I think it's the good thing is we know each other real well. All these players play together enough, so it's about execution. There's really no secrets between anyone. Everyone knows where the other person's weaknesses are, and the doubles teams kind of match up because we play men's doubles most Saturdays together. So, I think we have a good strategy. We know very clearly their weaknesses, and we have the players that kind of match up against those weaknesses. And I think a lot of it is honestly going to come down to the draw, because if one of them picks first and matches up, or if we have to pick first, we would prefer to pick second. It's like the Tom Brady, we'd defer if we win the toss, because the first matchup is Craig, and he's phenomenal. He'll be able to compete with anybody. But the second one, we'd prefer that they pick and then we pick against that person, because they have a couple different options in there. And obviously Teemu and they have Doug and Peter all sort of in that top level. So it's going to be a matter of who I play against, really, because I have much more topspin, and I run around a lot. So me playing against a player who hates that style of play is going to be critical for our team.
So let's talk about the running around. Now, obviously, you were a former downhill skier. Knees have got to be hurting every once in a while. How does that affect your tennis game?
No, knees are good. My back sometimes gets sore, but I think that's mostly from my kids. So everything, I was remarkably lucky to make it through a 20-year World Cup career without all all the injuries that normally come. I had little knee issues, but they weren't anything serious. So I don't have that achy knee problem. My knees feel great, and my ankles were a little bit bad early in my career, but then ankles don't seem to be an issue.
So how has your previous career prepared you to play tennis against some big boys like this?
Well, not so much probably, except that I grew up at a tennis camp. So my first sport was tennis. My grandparents started Tamarack Tennis Camp in the early 60s, and my parents met there and were both tennis players. So growing up on the courts is imperative. If you want to play later in your life and not have to work at it all the time, which I don't have the time to work at it with my 4 kids. So when it's ingrained in your body and you just kind of know how to move around the court, you know how to set points up. I mean, I had a racket in my hand from when I could walk, and that, I played all the way through high school. So that's the stuff that helps me. My ski career, I don't think I was all out and a lot of crashing. That would lead to a lot of errors in tennis, I think, if I employed any of my tactics from skiing. So, I'm much different. I actually think that tennis helped my skiing quite a bit.
Okay, how much do you love tennis, or what do you love about it?
It's a very, very special sport to me, mostly because of my family and my heritage in the sport. But I love the interaction. I think it's one of those sports where it's easy to get pissed off. I mean, you see people call the ball out when it's in and all that stuff. But in general, if you get past all that, which again comes from growing up with a sport where you just enjoy running around, there's a lot of communication, a lot of back and forth, because you are playing against 1 or 2 people on the other side of the net directly. So there's a lot of kind of gamesmanship and interaction that's the true meaning of I think competitive sports, and I think that's fun. I mean, I always keep a really good attitude out there, but I think it's fun to be able to watch the other guy have to deal with what you're giving him. Whereas skiing, I don't get to see what they do. It's me by myself, and even Timu in hockey, there's a whole team out there, and everything's so quick. This is really kind of mano a mano.
Right, and let's talk about your strategy real quick. I know you said a little bit about it earlier, but if you were to give me one word about your team and why you're going to win the cup, what would it be?
Topspin. We hit a higher ball than they do, and I think these are all hard court players. We have a few guys who hit a really heavy spinny ball and grew up more on clay, play more clay, and they don't really have anybody on their team who likes that style. They like to beat the ball through and hit flat and hit a lot of winners, and I think we're more consistent because of that.
All right, well, good luck to you out there. We can't wait to watch.
Right.
Thank you. I have David Paige, who's the organizer of this event and the director of the Costa de Caza Golf and Racket Club tennis program. Tell me about the Michael Chang Cup. How did you come up with it?
Well, Lisa, hard, to be honest with you. I hate to steal anything, but Rod Laver inspired me with the Rod Laver Cup that last year played in Budapest, or actually Prague, and this year they're playing in Chicago. So I thought, what a better idea to put something on a new event for our members. So I called Michael Chang. I said, Michael Chang, after winning the '89 French Open, you should have really been honored. Will you please let us use your name? And he says, David Paige, absolutely. So we came up with the Michael Chang Cup, so it's very exciting.
Well, and you have some really fun players, and you have a few older players and some really young players. Tell me a little bit about it.
Well, I'll tell you what, we got the old man, Clark Hyman, that's probably in better shape than all of us. He just turned 61. And then you got the young guns like Jack Han and Zach that are in high school. But really, you have 2 professional Olympic athletes, world-class athletes, Bodie Miller and Timo Solani. And I'm a little biased because my team's Team Miller, but I think Solani's team does have a chance with Coach Giovanni at the helm.
Well, very good. Now, we actually interviewed both the team captains, and one said passion, and the other one said topspin. Can you tell me who said what?
Well, Solani's all about passion, and Bodie Miller has more topspin than all of us, and a hell of a skier, as you could imagine. But good luck to the Solani team this evening, and thank you so much for being out here and doing this for Costa de Caza.
All right. Well, thank you for being here. Thank you. I have Carl Chang here, who's the brother of Michael Chang, and he's going to share with us some insights into his tennis family. So What an honor, in honor of your family's name. What do you think about it?
Oh, it's fantastic. The Koto tennis family is very dear to our hearts. We've been participants here for as long as I can remember, and my parents, my father, every Saturday morning here. I mean, this is a special group of people.
All right, well, let's talk about Betty and Joe. Just love them. In their mid-70s now. Why do you think tennis has been such a great outlet for them?
Oh, I think it's a tremendous social network for them. But besides that, I mean, it's kept them in great health. I mean, they play three times a week still, you know, in their mid-70s. My mom's still very competitive. You know, keeps her young. But it's been a tremendous sport for our family, obviously.
You know, I know. Well, even you grew up playing tennis with Michael, and you know that there's a lot of competition.
Yeah, no, lots of competition. But I understand you have a tournament in Laguna Woods. I mean, no better place, no better sport to stay young, stay healthy, and have a good time. So.
I have Rebecca Brown, who is the director of the Michael Chang Foundation. Nice job out there.
Thank you very much. We're excited to be here, and this is an awesome event to not only show amazing tennis to people around here, but also to raise a few little dollars for the Chang Family Foundation.
Well, I just got finished talking with Carl, and you know, he has been such an inspiration, he and his brother and his parents. So have you been able to play tennis with them?
Not as much as I'd like to. I think I'm working too hard for them. But yes, they're all amazing players, and I love seeing Betty Chang and Joe Chang, who are up there in years and playing fantastic tennis. And I'm a part of a team where we're all well over 50, and we just have a blast competing every week.
Absolutely, and you know what? We're all in pretty good health, so I think if we stay healthy and keep being competitive, we'll be in good shape.
Right, and you can play tennis for your entire life.
There you go. You've heard it from Rebecca, because she knows.